So it's this prison cell, and it literally looks like people are stacked on each other. Women, it's all. And they open the gate. I go in. There's not even space to walk. You're walking over feet. And then I begin to see children. The smallest child I saw was an infant. I mean, like a new baby. And then the oldest was probably maybe 16, 17. There were families. There were families in there. And I'm like, God, how did I get here? I don't know what just happened. There was a glitch. How did I get here? My little flip flops I had was stolen on the first night. And that's the worst thing that could have happened. I'm going to tell you, that's the worst thing. I'm going to tell you why. To this day, I cannot talk about or think about too much about the bathroom because I will literally vomit. It was the most disgusting thing I had ever seen. Um, it was, I think, 3 or 4 stalls. So it's like a shower curtain or like a little fabric or something with the in-ground toilet and a long sink. But you have to remember there was hundreds of us in there. I don't know how many, but it was my mind. When I think about it, it had to be like 200 something of us in this one cell. I don't know for sure, but it was. I guarantee it was 100 plus of us in this one cell, and there were 3 to 4 toilets, ground toilets. So you think about that. Sometimes people got to go to the restroom at a certain time. You have women having periods, babies who got to go to the bathroom. So it's literally on the floor. It's on the floor. It's just people coughing up stuff, throwing up. It was nasty. But I will say, even in that, God was with me because He sent some beautiful women. One was from Zimbabwe, one was from Nigeria, one was from Cameroon, one was from, and then there was a family from, I don't know why it's slipping my mind. I'll have to think about it another time, but if they were from another African country. And I'm like, these are angels because, baby, I wasn't going to make it. And again, just journaling. And He sent me encouragement and all those things through that process. And though we couldn't have our cell phones, um, a way was made for me to every once in a while be able to update my mom and my mom to be able to update me. And but it got to a point I was like, God, I can't do it. If you get me out of here, you can have everything. But if you don't get me out of here, I ain't gonna make it. And I got to a point I stopped eating and I stopped drinking. I ain't care about no nourishment. I ain't care about well, you can only have so many days. I was like, well, shoot, I won't be in here. I don't care. I don't want to be here. I stopped eating and drinking for a while, and I ended up getting really sick. And one of the young girls from what country? But one of the young girls, I don't know if I just looked that bad. I don't know what happened, but there was a boldness that can only come from God that came out of her. And she told those guards, you better take her to the hospital now. And when I tell you without thought, they came, picked me up, took me. Within 2 days, they was like, they need to see you downstairs. They was like, yeah, we buying your ticket home. We buying your ticket. You buying your ticket. We got the money. You need to, your mom sent the money. We need to get you out of here. So what day we going to leave this day? Okay, we're going to do. It was like suddenly. And before I knew it, I was back on the plane and met my mom and my aunt in Dallas, and then went back home to Houston and stayed with my mom. And I didn't know that on top of everything that had already happened, here was another level of trauma. I didn't realize I was traumatized from this event. I wouldn't realize it till years later. But I was like, man, I'm gonna do safe stuff. Like, I'm gonna get a safe job. I'm gonna do safe stuff. That's not really my personality. But I was like, I'm gonna do what everybody else is doing because they ain't having these experiences. And that's what I did. I started doing some work. I didn't really like it, and I wasn't passionate about it. But I was like, it's safe. I can do it. I was living at home, saving up so I can move, then start self sabotaging. I realized now I was scared. I was like, I don't feel safe doing nothing. And so I self sabotaged, ended up being at home longer, and then getting comfortable. And then again, the addictions got worse, the mental battles got worse. Everything. It looked good on the outside. It looked good. It looked like I was doing wonderful. It looked like I was just headed up. I was getting promoted, bonuses, got my car, did all these things. I'm doing all the things. I am struggling mentally and no one notices. I am deep in darkness. I would have a lot of dark moments. Lot of alcohol. I do not, it's only the grace of God that my liver is intact. And it looked good on the outside. And everybody was pleased with me because it looked good on the outside. But I was suffering deeply and I was suffering silently because there was years of things I wasn't dealing with. And the job that I was on, I had just become burnt out. I couldn't. I mentally couldn't do the job. I just couldn't. And I was like, I can't do this. I kept staying, but it got to a point I said, I can't do this anymore. And y'all gonna tell me I can't work remote again after we done had this talk 5 times? Nah, man, y'all can have this. I did. I just was like, y'all can have it. I didn't have a plan. I ain't had nothing. I was just like, I can't. All I know is I can't do it. And things got worse. Things got worse for me after that point. And it was September 24th, 2022. I had made a firm decision that I would end my life on December 31st, 2022.